Hi there, I'm Christine, and I'm in awe because it's a gorgeous day, and also because I had a big awakening, uncovering some blocks and layers that had kept me from being effective, and I wanted to share that with you. So recently, I have been out in the world telling a very deep personal story. It's about the experiences I had as a child that kind of created some what I call lids and layers that block me from sharing my voice and from experiencing my core essence, which I call my spark. And so I'm out telling the story, and I know it's a little bit risky to tell something so personal, but I feel it's so worth it because if I can expose my little heart and my vulnerability to others, that they may decide to take a risk themselves and grow a little. Or I also believe that it's so universal that I don't have a lot of personality attached to it, meaning it doesn't even feel like it's about me. It feels like it's everybody's story, that we all go through this. So yeah, so that's why I'm willing to get out there and do it. And I also sing spontaneously while I'm telling the story, and that makes it a little bit scary too. But after I presented at this Ignite event a few weeks ago, there were a couple hundred people there maybe, I noticed that I really was getting stuck. And the irony of that is that the whole point of telling the story is to help others understand how you can get to know these sides of yourself that end up blocking you from your dreams and visions and your creativity. I have this character in me that I call Plate Spinner, and what he does is whenever things get a little bit hard, he says, "Oh, that's okay. Put that down and just pick up another one. Start spinning it, you know?" So I have jumped from many different careers and projects, and they've all been really great, but a lot of them are unfinished. And that's what he came back with. He's like, "Well, what about that novel you started last year? And what about that other one? And what about that awesome app that you were thinking about?" I mean, it just was going on with the ideas and and I was so overwhelmed by all of them that I was doing nothing. Never mind the ideas that I thought I wanted to be doing next were not getting the attention that they needed. So I recognized him and I said, "Thank you. Thanks a lot, but I don't really, just all these inundation of questions really isn't helpful right now, but thank you." And then the following week, I noticed that everything was going really great, but I would still get in these moods where I would be conflicted. Some part of me would want to do this, and another part would do this, and it was annoying. And I realized, okay, some of my other characters were showing up, like a good girl telling me to do this. Meanwhile, I knew that really what was calling me was something else. And I realized, oh, there's also an addict in here. And I have been addicted to a lot of stuff, even workaholic, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm addicted to these inner conflicts. And I was like, oh, really? Oh, really? Okay. Well, then, poof, that one's gone because it doesn't work anymore because I noticed it and I saw it. Then I started noticing that I was not getting up in the morning. I'm noticing that, and I'm feeling this in my body, this desire to put the covers over my head and just hide. So I went with that, and I did it. And I thought, you silly, of course. There is a little girl in here, this very vulnerable, sweet little baby. And she was the one that I was revealing in going out and telling my story. I revealed how she felt, and I shared that with so many people. And she didn't really want me going on and telling it to even more people, which is what I was trying to get done, was creating more opportunities to tell the story and bring it to an even wider audience. And she's like, she's scared. And I realized, yes, I really exposed her and didn't give her her due. Because even though I'm a very accomplished, capable, almost 53-year-old woman, I still have her in here. And no matter who you are, where you are, you've got some part of you that still feels like that child. And there's all kinds of different forms that they can take. But mine is kind of ignored, abandoned. And here I had done that to her once again, not taken her feelings into account when I broadcast my story to the world. So what do I do about that? Well, I thought of her and being that tender little girl, and what did she need? And I realized, what do we do when we're scared? Our little babies, they just need to be rocked and to be told that it's going to be okay. And so I sang her this lullaby. Don't be scared, 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 you are alright. You are with me, so don't be scared. Don't be scared. You are alright. You are with me, so don't be scared. Don't be scared. So, if your little girl inside of you is scared of the places where you want to go and who you want to be, just rock her a little. Just let her stay in bed a little. Tell her to